Okay, so now we have each side sewn. If you want, you can go back and do some reinforcement here on each side. I probably will later, but you don't need to see me do that. And so you can see we've got our two pieces. So you want to put them together and match them up. And it's entirely likely that these might have moved a little bit while you were sewing. So just make sure that they're as close to even as possible so the mask doesn't sit crooked. So then what you're going to do is match up the ends on the side that hasn't been sewn yet, and then go ahead and pin that. And I'm going to pause it so I can finish doing it, actually, yeah. Okay, so I've gotten both sides done, but I just want to make a note that this is where your previous markings should line up. So just make sure that you do those. And so then it's not all wonky when you go to sew through all 4 layers. Funny story, I actually went to, I was having some tension problems with my machine. I went to go clean out the bobbin thing, also, you know, just to be clean about this. And sure enough, I found the tips of 2 broken needles in there. That definitely was causing me problems, so now it's great. Okay, so you'll remember from the pattern, they had a 5/8" seam allowance for the smaller masks and a half an inch for the larger masks. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and do 5/8 of an inch. And the reason for that is just because I want to make sure that, well, actually the last one I did the larger one. So I'm probably also going to go back and make right in Sharpie on like the inside here what size it is, just so people don't get confused, because if there's too much tension on the mask, it might compromise the seal. Okay, so sewing these 2 pieces together. She did it with a zigzag. So actually, no, did she do it? I'm just gonna do it with straight seam. And then, actually, no, she did do it with a zigzag. All right, I'm gonna do it with a zigzag. This is only the second one I've made, so I am by no means practiced. Make sure to finish these edges pretty well, just because there will likely be a good amount of tension on them. Okay, then I'm going to take this out, and then, so one thing that she mentioned is to do, is to make it so that this sits flat when whoever's wearing it wears it, is to just push all of everything off to one side. And then you're going to go and do a top stitch on it. So I'm going to do that from the top, top stitch. But you just want to make sure that you're holding the seam open really well. So, you know, like I can actually, I don't know if you can see it, but I can actually see the threads here so that I'm not taking out additional width in the mask, so, or in the mask cover, because otherwise the mask won't fit. Oh, I need to do a straight stitch. All right, there we go. And again, I'm just putting it at that one spot. I'm lining up the seam over here. Ooh. Okay, and there we have it. We actually have finished the mask. Now you'll see I did get a little bit of an error in there when I top stitch. I'll probably go back and fix that, just so it doesn't, if you see stuff like that, you'll notice that it could actually get in the way of it fitting properly. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fix this, and then once that's done, we're done, and it will serve as a cover for those N95 respirators. So yeah, and I will show you that here in a little bit. All right.